back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. I know I did a video on a comparison right now if you swapped out 1,000 XRPs. Now I didn't say $1,000, I said 1,000 XRPs. And I was just kind of relating them because as of like right now, like I said, you can literally buy about 600,000 XPRs for 1,000 XRPs today. And I know I did a comparison saying that even if XRP did $10,000, you would only have 10 million. And then I said if XPR only did $100, you would have 60 million. So you would literally have 5 times more money than you would, right? That's if XPR actually hit $100. And XPR hits $10,000. But I was just sitting here and I was thinking about it even deeper, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, to hold 1,000, again, I'm not bashing, I'm just comparing, and I don't give a shit what you hold anymore. Everybody's coming at me, stop talking shit about XRP. Listen, if you don't like my channel, shut the fuck up and find another channel. That's it, bottom line. Anyway, I was comparing XPR to hit $100 compared to XRP hitting 10,000. I even went deeper and was like, all you need to do is have XRP to hit 10,000, right? We'll give you 10 million. If XPR just hit $10, just $10, you will have about 6 million, about 4 million shy. Again, let me just say that one more time. All right, because everybody keeps asking me, I just think it's a little silly question to keep asking me what's better, XRP or XPR. So this is what I'm putting out there. It's for you guys to decide what's better for you. Okay? Not even bashing the tech. I'm bashing the amount of value it has today. All right? So if you put them together, like I said, XRP would have to hit $10,000 just to get 10 million on 1,000. If I'm not convincing nobody, I don't care what you do with your money or where it goes or what you're spending it on. I'm just showing you from my point of view. If I took my 1,000 XRPs and swapped them out for 600,000 XPRs, all I need is a $10 value on XPR. All I need is a $10 value on XPR compared to 10,000 on XRP. I'm going to keep repeating this for a minute so it can sink into people, because I'm not going to answer the questions anymore about XPR, XRP. Okay? They both have tech to them, Hopefully they both blast through. But for the value today, like I said, you can literally pick up about 600,000 XPRs, and all you have to do is hit $10, okay? While you're waiting, or while we're waiting, because I own them too, while we're waiting for XRP to hit $10,000, okay? And like I said, XRP has more of a supply than XPR. So it would have to work much harder than XPR to get to its $10,000 value. Now what I'm saying over here is XPR only has to do minimum work. All it has to do is to get to $10, and it's almost on the same value. All right? Now again, I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to tell you to get out of this, to get into that. I'm not here to tell you that this tech is more better than that tech. Enough is enough, because most of you people can't even fucking think for yourselves. All right? Excuse my language. Just the silly questions I'm getting and then the attacks I'm getting. But anyway, this was going to be a short video. And for everybody that keeps asking about XRP, XPR, decide for yourself. Okay? Like I said, 1,000 XRPs can get you 600,000 XPRs. On that note, all you need to do is for Really, all you really need to do is for XPR to hit $15 and you get the same amount, a little bit more. Okay? That's really about it. All right? You'll get almost close to the same amount on a $15 XPR compared to a $10,000 XRP. All right? And for the other person who got their panties in a bunch, when they were like, why are you talking shit about XRP? Blah. Nobody was talking shit about it. All right? Anyway, I'm not going to argue with nobody. If that's what you believe that I'm doing, then find another channel. You make yourself look more like a fool watching my channel telling me, why am I doing this? If you don't like it, change the channel. Want some... Let's see. Hey, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Almost at the first one, yeah. That's right. Come on, XRP, XPR. Good morning, everybody. May month will be good or not, brother. We'll see. I'm hoping that May Day will be a good thing for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just speaking for myself. I can only speak for myself. So I'm just hoping that May Day is payday. And I was looking through some of my pictures and like a lot of pictures and screenshots that I took. So I was making some room. And I came across a lot of like collapses and stuff like that in April. So Easter weekend maybe could be the big bang. Maybe it's a collapse, maybe a last shakeout. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, time can tell. We can always just sit here and keep guessing what's going to happen. But, you know, let's see what Easter weekend brings. That's pretty much more what's going to mold us to figure out where we're going to go with things. XPR target is 88. It very much could be. Very much could be. XPR baby's on fire. Last target is 420. Yep. Hey man, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up, man. I got a new phone and then some of the apps went over, and then I couldn't get into my Lobster wallet. I was bugging out. Then I moved my Trust wallet, but for some reason, a Tron token did not move. It just stood in the old wallet. Everything else moved over. And I can't get Tron. So yeah, excuse me for that. I didn't get back into the group because I was supposed to send the phone out on Saturday, and I was just heavy into like just trying to figure out how to move everything to make sure I have access. Because they wanted me to send the phone back. I was even willing to just pay whatever, $1,000 for the phone so I could just keep it. Because I couldn't get shit off. But give me a little bit later. I'll look into that. I appreciate that, G. Those are nice targets, Cammy. Those are nice targets. To Cammy. No, I'm still holding on to some. Only reason why I was gonna get rid of all of them, only because I was looking at the math and looking at the value, and as of I can see, I'm just like I'm getting more value of my buck. But at the end of the day, you know, we don't officially know if and when the banks will take our XRPs and how much will we be getting. That's the tricky question. How much interest will they be kicking back to us once we probably have to give in our XRPs? You know, if we knew something like that, that'd be a different ball game because, you know, I might only be getting like 3 or 4% on XPR where I might be getting 20% on XRP. Okay? This is what I'm saying. So I think with XRP, we really have to maybe try to figure out what is the percentage of kickback that we might be entitled to. because I think that's the only way we can value XRP is how much maybe we're going to get interest kicked back. Because I truly don't think that there's going to be a bank that's going to pay for our XRPs. If they do, great. This is where I'm totally wrong. Okay, I hope I'm totally wrong. All right. I just hope that there's a way for passive income that we can take these coins, whatever the hell they are, leave them with whoever we leave them with, and we just get a nice passive income daily. That's it. That's all I care about. I don't care about big numbers in the bank. I just care about a daily income where I don't need to count money anymore or worry about how much things are going to cost. That's all. Very humble. XPR is the one I grabbed. 100 more ounce of silver. Thanks, bully. No, that's not advice. Just say what I was doing, but I'm glad you're doing for something for yourself. Yeah, man, silver is one of my favorites. And shout out to Asking Starship, because I forgot to say this before. He was doing a video, right? He did videos on silver and something about silver steal or stealing silver. I shit you not. I shit you not. When I watched that video of him, whatever he was talking about, silver, steel, I went home and it was probably like a day after, I think. And you can probably check it out. So whenever he aired that, look a day after and go check what was the TV show? Doom Doom. The court special. One of those TV shows that's court or whatever the case is. Anyway, long story short, he put out that video talking about stealing silver or whatever the case is, and then all of a sudden I'm watching the show and this lady is stealing. I didn't know she was stealing. She was taking candy out of a dish, and the silver on the candy was the wrapping on the candy was silver. And as she's taking it, the guy's looking at her funny, and she looks up at the camera like if somebody's watching her, like if she's stealing it. And I was just bugged out, like, yo, this is the Matrix speaking right now. Aston Starship just came out with a video talking about silver steal, and then I come home and I'm watching somebody stealing silver candy out of a dish bowl. I can't make this up. But I forgot to say that in like last week when I watched this video. So yeah, shout out to Aston Starship on that silver thing. And yes, I think you're onto something with the silver, because in my opinion, I've been screaming it out. Silver is king. Silver is king. You know, just go back to the first Olympics. Silver was first place. Then they figured out how important silver was. Then they tried to disguise it by dipping it in gold. In my opinion, you do what you want with your precious metals. Jonas, you know what it is? Some people don't want to do it. And when I don't know who did this, but when you pull out money when you're spending money you don't have, when you're pulling out money from a mortgage or something like that, or equity, and you're putting it into like one of these investments, a lot of people ain't going to want to hear nothing else about another investment unless it's connected to theirs. Understand? And that's how a lot of people are built. They could give a shit about anybody else's investments. They just worry about what they're holding. And you can show facts, you can show videos, you can show statements, white papers on how there's more utility in the item that you're speaking about. But because they're so deeply in, they just don't want to hear nothing. They truly don't want to hear nothing. And it's understandable. That's how the mentality works on people. You know, this is why it's easy to program people, because of how soft and weak, you know, our emotions, our mind, you know. This is where we got to be very, very strong in these times. I can't buy coins here in India, so yeah, brick will work for me. You got some coins, my man. And all you got to do is just speak up and don't sit there and let them abuse you like that. Some of the things, if you're buying as a currency, and if you're buying XPR and it's a currency, you're buying Ethereum and it's a currency, then tell them why it's not good. It's a currency. Just like credit cards. You let me hold credit cards. If they let you hold credit cards, you have to have a fight. Because credit cards is cryptocurrency on a piece of plastic, except for a phone. All right? So if they're giving you shit in India, that's when I would start speaking up and putting down your foot and telling them, you send credit cards to my house, which is cryptocurrency on plastic, but yet you're giving me issues on currency on my phone. When we have PayPal currency on your phone. When you have Zelle, that's a payment that's on your phone. So because they don't know and they want to spill fear into you, Amin, speak up. Yeah, I don't want to keep bashing XRP and that thing because, like I said, my spidey senses were up, and I was just very surprised that XRP is in the mainstream now, on TV, on the mainstream, next to Bitcoin, next to Litecoin, next to Ethereum. I'm just very surprised that it's up there without the price popping up. That's all. Especially when you're supposed to be the hidden one, the chosen one. Usually, you're not found out you're the chosen one until a price shows up. And I'm just saying that's usually how things work, and that's what I'm used to. So this time, I just hope I'm wrong. I really, truly hope I'm wrong. And I'm not looking for XRP to fail, I'm just saying the way they're going about advertising XRP is giving me red flags. That's it. But hey, we built through strip, we straddled down, and being that XRP is going to be pushing big money, like bank money, centralized money, is another reason why I'm kind of like holding my head and like, if they, obviously they would have to give out a percentage back if they're not going to buy it. That's just like guaranteed, If they're not going to buy it from you, then they have to kick back a percentage to you because that's the only way to convince people to hand over their asset, Stake it with me. It's safe. No one's going to break into a bank, if you stake it with me, and we're going to kick you money back. So I'm just hoping that XRP and the banks are generous enough to kick back a nice percentage back to the owners of the coins while they're making their shit on the other end. And if it's true and XRP is supposed to replace Bitcoin, it should get up to $1 million, right? And if that's the case, then we should have a nice kickback on each coin. So again, just my theory. I just wanted to put it out there. This video is way too long than I wanted it to be. And again, think for yourself. 1,000 XRPs or 600,000 XPRs. XPR only has to hit about $15, while XRP has to hit $10,000. You make your own choice on that, If you are a strong believer and you got time to hold, then hold XRP, If you see something else, you know what to do. Let's see. You got platinum. Yeah. The only thing for me, platinum, palladium, gold, all that other shit is just like way expensive compared to silver. And I just think silver is going to be one of the springiest precious metals that's going to pop. XP has to be at a high price, to move millions of money around the world. Well, that's what they keep saying, so let's just hope XRP just forms to be something amazing. But then again, it's going to need a lot of work to get there. To hit $10,000 is going to need a lot of work, especially over a 10 billion count, or 100 billion. Yeah, I mean, listen, we could always look at we could look at the chart, we could look at this, but again, people are set in their ways and just don't speak badly about XRP in their opinion. That's when you know it's a little crazy. People that don't invest actually heard about XRP in the crypto space. All right. They know Bitcoin and they know XRP, and they don't even have $1 into the investment. I'm just saying, it's an eye opener. What do you think about what's happening in the web auth with the gray white icons? Gray white icons, I have no idea what that means. Are you talking about like the image of what the coins display? Then I don't know. Those people just putting up pictures related to their coins. People are saying XRP going down to $1.50, or we'll see a recovery back to 240, 270 later today. I guess let's see. Maybe they're finally bringing down the price, so maybe banks are buying XRP up. We'll see. All I know is price will tell. Price is going to say everything. I heard like last month XPR will get listed on Binance. I mean, where did we hear it from though? Did we hear it from a proper source, or were we just hearing people tweet about it? Because I don't recall reading an article stating that, but do I know about internet if bodies? No idea what you're speaking about. Internet of bodies. No, I didn't hear about that, but I know about Internet of Things, and if that has anything connections, then that means that everyone's going to be on the internet. Everyone's bodies, maybe the beast code. So waiting Ripple custody wallet so I can put all my XRP when the collapse happens. Yeah. There's another thing too. Like XRP doesn't have a wallet. You got XLM with a nice wallet with fucking tons of assets on there. Supposedly it's the stock market wallet. Hopefully. And then you have the WebAuth wallet. XPR's got a nice wallet. Easy to move, right? Money back and forth super fast. I mean, you got the ledger, but it's nothing fancy. It's not really so easily to be used. For somebody that's not into crypto, yeah. Rating on 7 grams of mesh networks. Place at 7 grams of mesh networks on the Internet of Bodies. Yo, Corey, again, I don't understand why you're here, Corey. Obviously, you don't like XPR. If you don't like XPR, then you should just maybe unsub, because that's all I really speak about. So, I mean, it's on you. You want to waste more of your time on my channel, that's, and I can say the same thing. Everybody keeps posting about XRP, the lawsuit is over, it's a currency, it's right in your face, it's a currency, but strangely enough, it can't break its all-time highs, $3 and change. But let's see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Hopefully both of them just explode. I know. Seems like Corey is, I don't know, maybe he needs a hug. Everybody give a virtual hug to Corey. Harvesting crypto with your heartbeat. Interesting. Internet of Bodies. Math interface. Thank you. It's a new thing to look at. The topic I had was just kind of comparing prices, XRP to XPR. Just babbling. Go back to the beginning. Check it out. The blockchain is inside of you. It's the W band. You are a node on the network. Well, that I can believe. We're everything anyway. So we're everything. We're man. We're female. We're black. We're white. We're animal. We're human. We're blockchain. We're freaking no chain. We everything. Slave chain. A chain. I don't know XRP. All right there, Ibnu. I don't know about XRP. Thank you for that. Thank you for highlighting that for us. I don't care to know about XRP. How about that? There's other coins out there doing bigger dances, in my opinion. AI Precision Healthcare. All right. I'll take a screenshot of that. Everybody talking money, but don't care about the tech, what's going to rebirth the new world. I mean, yeah, I'm talking about money, but I also see that the tech is there as well, too. But again, it's all in my opinion. It's all in my opinion. Cognito warfare, BIOS, cybernetic interface. Crazy. XRP, XPR, Zebek, Loan, Metal, Solo, Corium, Flare, Ondu, XLM. That is one solid portfolio there, Corey, if that's what you're saying you're holding. Again, XRP, XPR, Zebek, Loan, Metal, Solo, Corium, Flare, Ondu, XLM. Nice bag. Silver is king is truly undervalued. That's just my opinion, baby. Silver and copper. Silver and copper. I'll probably do another video because I wanted to point something out, but I'm just going to try to keep it XRP. I would buy XRP. Banks will use XRP. Thank you. XRP sounds like a scam. You know what? It could sound like a scam, and maybe that's the way they want it to sound, like a scam, and maybe they'll push everybody out. They almost got me slitting out. So it is what it is. I mean, it's not the end of the day. XRP is not the only coin out there, so that's the bottom line. If you're not holding XRP, there's plenty of other coins to hold on to. So you're not going to miss out if you're holding the right ones. You got silver bars with all certificates. That's awesome. More paperwork, the better it is to sell. Here in India, the government increases the fees on cash withdrawals. Well, compare the fees of the withdrawals today and compare to the value of that particular crypto you're buying. I'm sure whatever you're buying outweighs the fees. Yeah, I'm trying to spread my knowledge, even though people are hating. I appreciate it, bot. It seems like Angel's constipated over there. I haven't looked into Zebek, and I'm not going to look into Zebek. I'm not interested in Zebek for some reason. It's just telling me don't even bother to waste my energy on Zebek. I can be completely wrong. I'm not saying Zebek is not important. I'm not saying that, Zebek is not, a high-tech coin. I have no idea. Something's just telling me not to waste my time on Zebek at the moment. And to be honest, the only time that I'm actually putting in is when I'm doing these videos with you guys. And then if I'm not putting videos with you guys, I'm looking at day trading videos. So, right at the moment. So, you can't buy cryptos with cash or card. Again, whoever stopped you from buying it, go back to them and write a letter. Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there and just let them do whatever they want to do. Keep pushing that, It might not work. You're right. It might not work, but at least you're trying. And you know what? If you're manifesting it and in your mind, you're thinking that, they're going to write me. They're going to answer me. Well, think they're going to answer you and you'll get an answer. But if you're going to just keep saying, you're blocking me, or, that's going to be your reality. You're not going to get through. So, oh my God, Sora. Well, I keep saying Sora is it keeps going down. So I don't know. You would figure if Sora was a scam, the price would stay up there so people can buy. They're trying to get the highest for their coins. That's the only thing I was thinking with Sora. Like, damn, they could be a lot more higher. You know what I mean? And people could be buying a lot more if they were trying to rug people. And I don't know. But they keep bringing the prices lower, which makes me think that they're getting ready, and they're printing like crazy. They are printing like two wild rabbits. Okay? But it makes me think they might be printing to get ready for some type of global international CBDC extravaganza. And that's what I'm hoping for Sora. So again, treat Sora like a lottery ticket. I don't want anybody to get hurt. If you go down on the bottom and go to CoinGecko, you'll see like Sora lost value like 70% in 7 days. Okay? You can lose your money in 5 to 7, 10 days with Sora. Just saying, buy, it's so cheap. Like for under $10, you can pick up a couple of quads, I think. So I try to deep dive into Sora, and I try to look into, further to find out like when they're going to stop printing. Are they officially doing this for CBDCs? I can't find anything really at the moment. Trying to find something, but I can't find anything. Oh man, I gotta go. It's time to go, people. I am way, dude. This is supposed to be a short video. I'm gonna read from these, and then I gotta go. Don't feel bad. I'm in your board, Corey, with Sora, man. You just gotta hold on tight. And like I said, we just gotta keep seeing Sora do its thing. I tried a lot, and then they blocked my card too. Well, don't stop there. They're gonna just see how fucking powerful you are. Listen, I'll just say keep pushing, Amin. You have nothing to lose. Right now, you can't buy anything. So the only thing that can change is that they finally see that they're in the wrong, right? And that they're going to grant you to use your card. So that's the only thing that can happen at the moment. So keep pushing, my friend. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Bricks Pay will be there in 2025 this year. It could be, but like I said, I seen a video. I think I did a video with you guys with Kid Rock in the Oval Office with Donald Trump, and he was wearing a suit that said 250. I know next year is America's 250th birthday, so I would put my precious metals price spike next summer. So that's just on me. Next summer, let's see what happens. But just heard from the Russian site. All right. Well, anyway, guys, I really got to wrap it up. I got to bring this truck back. So see you later. And again, do your own kind of thinking, Because I'm just saying, if you think that XPR can get to $10, $15 before XRP can get to 10,000, then get into XPR, wait until it goes up, then swap over, and then you can pick up some more XRPs. I'm just saying, whatever you think is going to come first, make your own decisions. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. I'm just showing you what values could be. And that's the end of the line. I love you guys, regardless if you hate me or not, regardless if you can't see what I see. I understand that. And this is why I'm going to keep pushing out and keep talking and keep putting out my opinions, even when I'm wrong. They're just opinions, okay? They're just ideas. And we just want to get these ideas out. That's it. So, again, I appreciate everybody, even the ones that get aggravated with me, the ones that can't stand me, the ones that just keep saying this and that. You know what? You guys, too. You guys keep pushing, okay? Keep pushing me to be a better person, all right? And as well as that, show more love in your heart. Just like the lady on the bottom. Love. See that? Right on the bottom? Love. Anyway, I gotta go. People are waiting on me. Love you, people. I'm Alskis.